All right, let's stick this Pokemon resource cache in our context. So what I'm going to do actually, just to make it really quite simple, is I'm going to make a Pokemon resource cache context. And this is going to be a React Create context, and I'm going to give it a default value. The default value will be this get Pokemon resource. And then down here, I'm going to make a custom hook called use Pokemon resource cache. And that's simply going to return React use context Pokemon resource cache context. And then down here, I'm going to go ahead and call that, and that's going to get me the value for this context, which again is going to be our default value because we have no provider rendered here. So it'll just get our default value, and we'll assign get Pokemon resource to this use Pokemon resource cache. And I just noticed that is spelled incorrectly, and even though they're spelled the same, so it should work, I just like to spell it correctly. So we're going to go ahead and get our get Pokemon resource function from our use Pokemon resource cache, and then I'm going to stick that in our dependency list. And luckily for us, it is stable, so we're not going to be triggering unnecessary updates to our dependency list here, so that'll work just fine. And now we can save that. And we're one step closer to having a little bit more robust caching solution here, where it's still working pretty much exactly as it was before. We just did a little bit of a refactor to get our stuff into context. So in review, all that we did here was we created a context here, sticking this function inside of our context, and then we created a custom hook so that we could consume that function, and then we did consume that function right here, and called that function here. We didn't make any substantial changes. This was a pretty much refactor, and it's over-engineered for sure, but this gets us a little bit closer to being able to put this cache within React so that we can control a little bit more in future extra credits.